How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Hmong Shaman documentary video log 40. So I'm doing this video log because I experienced something new during my ritual today. So today I was to do a ritual for my cousin in California. He just had the coronavirus. He's recovered for it. There's a car in the ditch. I should be talking on the phone like this. And now he's having problems. Supposedly he has bladder infection. When my auntie asked me to do this ritual, the way she explained things to me, I myself kind of seen it more as a physical problem, not a spiritual problem. Bladder infection, you know. So I did it for my cousin, which is a Hmong Shaman. Originally, he is Hmong Ya. So what happened was, my auntie asked me to do a ritual for him because other shamans keep saying that his real dad that passed away keeps coming back for food and for money, and it keeps bothering him with sickness. So he's done a few eatings for the father, chicken, pig. He would get better. A few years later, he would get sick again. So then I did it for him. And when I did it for him, it was kind of strange. Normally when I do a ritual for someone and I go to their house, I'm pretty good at figuring out like where they live, like which locations. You can imagine me kind of like floating in the sky, looking down at all these buildings, and it's like right there. You know, you just kind of just jump right down, fly right down to the house, and land right by the door. But for my cousin, he's married, he has kids, he's older, 40 something years old, I believe. I couldn't find his house. I found his house, but I had a hard time finding his house. I was looking and looking and looking, and then I found this smaller house, which was kind of strange because that smaller house, it looked really old. It didn't look like it had people living there or anything there. But then I kept eyeing that house, and fortunately I decided to zone in on it, and it was that house. So when I got to the house, I asked the guardians of that house if I could come in, for permission to come in, because their people is sick and their people asking for help. But the guardians didn't seem to understand what I was talking about. I kept asking them that their Tao family was not well, and they asked me for help. But they didn't seem to answer much to the Tao family. So then I kinda, you know, had an idea, because they told me already that his original last name is a Yang. So I decided to say Yang, your Yang family, and the guardians let me go through, which was kind of strange. So that kind of like, it was weird, because they allowed me to go when I said the Yang, but they didn't allow me when I said the Tao. It was like it was a Yang family instead of a Tao family. Whatever, I got in. I got in the house, and the house was a mess. So when I do my rituals and I get to a house that's really messy, to me that shows me or tells me that this house either one has not had a ritual done for the family or to cleanse their house in a long time, or two, they have a lot of problems in the family, a lot of arguments, a lot of issues, a lot of family problems, don't get along, those kind of stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, let me take care of that. I cleanse the house, fixed up the guardians, and then I talked to the guardians, and I said, hey, what's up? What's going on? And it seemed like they weren't really covering over my cousin, which is originally a Yang, and hopefully did a spirit call to become a Tao. Okay, they didn't do it for some reason. So I went to go investigate my cousin, and my cousin, it was strange. So I figured out that his dad, I had to ask after, it was his dad, was the one, he is the one that's coming to bother him, to make him sick, as part of his sicknesses, to get food and to get money. His dad is one of them. Okay? But the strange thing that I experienced today was when I went to go and investigate him out, I saw that there was this guy there. It looked like a Chinese, Cambodian, Asian, darker skinned man. And he was looking up in the sky. Or he was looking up. The thing though is that his eyes were all white, like he was blind. Okay? I thought about it. I said, well, why would he be doing that? And then I kind of investigated him out, and I had a gut feeling that it had to be something to do with something he ate. I kind of tried to put it together while I was doing a ritual, and the first thing that popped in my head was a Yang man. A man is a Yang, a blind guy. What makes a person blind? He's a Yang. Eating heart. Eating heart. Okay? Yang people cannot eat hearts. And so then I decided to ask the heaven. I just asked, because the heaven is all around. It's everywhere. It's above. I just asked. They hear everything. They know everything. I just asked the heaven. I said, did this person do something wrong to be punished? Did he do something? Did he do taboo or something to break the rules? And they said, yeah, well, ask him. Ask him if he ate heart. Ask him if he tried to eat heart. Because to us, it seemed like he tried to eat heart. And if he didn't eat it, he was attempting to do it. He was showing off that he was going to do it. So I said, okay, if he did, I apologize to him at my sake. I apologize for him, because he doesn't know, he doesn't he doesn't know much. He doesn't understand this kind of stuff, and it was an accident. And to kind of like excuse him a little bit. So after the ritual, long story short, after the ritual, I decided to call my auntie right away to tell him about what happened. And I told the person that was bothering him, she said that has to be the first husband. And then I talked about the house being a mess. She goes, that has to be the cousin and the sister-in-law. And so then I asked about the heart. She didn't know anything about the heart. Eating heart. She said that's something you probably should ask him. Okay. I've never seen my cousin ever in my life before. I never met him. I don't know how he looks like. I don't know how old he is. I don't know anything about him. I know zero information about him. I called him. It was the first time I ever heard his voice. Then I told him the situation about the house. He goes, yeah, they have a lot of arguments. A lot of arguments. He got kicked out of the house a lot of times by his wife. Threatened to kill him a few times. All those dandy stuff. So then I asked him about the heart. I said, I don't know you at all. I don't know anything about you. But I did the ritual and I saw this guy that his eyes were all white like he was blind. I said, have you ate heart before? He goes, yes. And I'm like, whoa, okay. He goes, yes, I ate heart. I said, well, are you a yang or are you a Tao? He goes, well, I'm a Tao. I'm like, well then, why did you still do it? It's better safe than sorry. He said, well, because I was pressured to do it. He said that his Tao family aside said that he's not a Yang anymore. He's a Tao. And for him to prove it, that he's a Tao and he's not a Yang anymore, then to eat the heart. So he ate the heart. I told him, that's pretty rude. That's not something to be, messing with and shit. But he ate the heart. I told him, I said, even though you complete with the Tao, I think that what happened was you guys didn't completely get your Jubilee, your spirit back to be fully like a Tao. So I told him that you guys probably need to do another Jubilee. And hopefully things will get better. So that was one thing that I did in my ritual so far in my journey that was kind of strange, never seen before. And I am pretty amazed at myself that I actually saw something like that with someone I don't even know and did a ritual and it turned out right. So it was pretty scary, pretty freaky. That was weird. It was right. But I just kind of wanted to explain it to you guys, the ritual and the experience I had today. Pretty scary. So nó còn đánh cho của tôi thì con nhỏ California nó chỉ khai nhỏ chỉ cho lỡ tiền nửa年或者自平倉呢nửa nó lúc lá gì mà nửa nó khó mỏ có về này thì ta thì nó còn đánh sai nữa thì nó cũng biết cho thì mỗi ngày nhà ấy cũng nó cũng chỉ xí nó cũng còn đánh nè còn đánh giờ cũng có cũng sto chỉ xí rồi sao bé cái này đấy còn cũng đánh cũng cho tôi làm một tôi nữa vào được chế thì cũng thiết chỉ bỏ được chế này cũng cho lúc này hay mò yên nhạc mà cho nó mò tiếng lông cho xí do nhau có từ cho có từ phải bao mà cũng quan thì cũng bỏ cái đó bỏ cái chế lúc chế là chế cũng trời nồng thế này thì chỉ nói cũng chế chỉ bỏ lúc chế này chế đâu chế mấy cái kinh nghiệm quá pin trọ lúc chế này chế của tôi nhá bài nó ta lúc thì liền một trời say này gió tờ cho chị đã chỉ khoan lấy mong thọ là thì chỉ thì mong nhà nè u hai tiền lấy cho nghe cho xí cho cứ cho tìm mong thọ nào là nó chỉ dùng là thứ này hai cú đâu ba thọ thì chỉ dùng đi lấy cho chị đã chỉ khoan chỉ cho bác cả họ là chỉ kia nè chỉ đọc một tháng là để do mong nhà lấy chỉ dùng đi lấy chỉ đi thử chỉ là lấy chỉ đi cả cú cả học chị thế cả đôi chị nhỏ chỉ cái kia nè chỉ sư hình gì của tôi khi mà của nên mà ý của sai thì lúc chị là đều được store nên khó đấy rồi là chỉ lúc chị là chị thằng mua thì chỉ sư nó gì lúc này gì我只我講是sư hình我的命我把下多hình thì đi trong đó我tu ta là gì của sai của đi đâu nè sai thì chỉ有一家的nó chỉ phải nó chỉ trong họ chỉ sĩ dỡ chấp rồi thì họ thì không muốn đánh một sai nữa cha không bỏ ý tu giờ xin năng chúng tớ trong này khai mình cái trong này nhắn lại thì trong này mong một cha đừng chia sống tu đừng chia sống tu thì chỉ nó lột không muốn đỡ liền rồi có chia những đi mua mà đi mua vậy cũng thế sai vậy cha là nhỏ là muốn đánh là chủ bỏ nó nè thế thì món nữ ta cho là xa xí xuống là cho ý nhờ mong nhà nè tụi nó định đi mua nè mong nhà đi mua thì có tiền mong nhà chỉ là để chạy bờ sao bờ chỉ có đi mua thế thì sáng rồi để tôi giờ nữa nọ bờ nè như này chỉ nọ bờ thì giờ tôi nữa xí cá nọ bờ luôn tu bọn này chỉ tỏ một thứ lý thọ luôn tu mà rồi luôn tu chỉ nhớ sáu nè có thọ một số luôn tu chỉ thông từ đây chỉ là chỉ luôn tu chứ là thọ tu chỉ để bên tu là chỉ một ta là chỉ nữa nó有给只能出nó thế nó rồi tôi mong thọ rồi chỉ cho mong ya mi mong thọ rồi nó ya thọ nó有给那些还可能啥子họ nói họ cũng stop bỏ ý chỗ này nè bỏ ý tôi nên đi mua nè họ muốn nên gì tại vì cũng thấy ý tại vì cũng thấy đi khu cũng là tại không cũng đi thôi thì the này chuyện này cũng bà hạ đâu mất cái này xin trả bao thế thì những mua nè chơi thầu cũng nó hay thì có một tôi nó lỡ muốn nên cũng bỏ thì mình đi mua họ mua đã đỡ liền chứ không tu không có nó blur thì cũng no rồi vì chẳng có no thì cũng no vì thì cho cũng cho cái tí nữa nè thì cái tí cũng mong thọ cái tí nữa tại tiền do này mong thọ nhưng mà mong thọ tiền này chỉ còn nó lúc blur nó thế này prove mà hay thế này khai tao chân cái tiền do mong thọ cái tiền nữa thì chỉ giống nhau được mà chỉ để chỉ sản xuất một thế thì lý nó rồi họ cũng biết cho nó chỉ có thể cũng sao khi này thì có giờ cũng có thể họ thì ít mà không xe hết ít không xe hết thì họ cha tụi mình là use tụi họ ít rồi thì bọn mình sai là cha use hay cho còn nó giao luôn như thế cha thử luôn thử là mà khai thấy do khai có chuyện này thế sa hai đứa này thì rồi cho dù chạy tới chạy nó tới rồi một chân hay nó ở đi mua bóng nhà nè sản tiểu gì một tia rồi chỉ một tia là chỉ có sản tiểu muốn mua chỉ bỏ thì nó thiệt chỉ là thì mấy cái bóng nhà thì nó cũng mà giờ nó有给了những chỗ trả tiền nó họ muốn tu bồi thì有钱出non sao biết thì nó thay đổi này sẽ do cái họ nên cũng watch thôi nó cũng số bao rồi chạy vì trong đó mà những cái cũng thì sẽ thay đổi này chứ một chỗ này sai cũng phải biết điều nó một khoản chuyện này chỉ là số nó cũng là hay cũng mà tên nó này đâu 是我嘛古代的古代这里都看看啦，古这个花 experience 啊，古记得古记别早的都了我的家那古别怎么都看噻，给那个爷爷我这年，觉得我的只要那个只要土豆不得呢，这个不会只要还拿得要，只要鸟人那都看的嘛，这些的，好对呀，好要不只要啊，只要还得那种经过就路，然后过来别早的些。lúc này của anh ngồi dài của người khôi về điều bị lọt nó chứ ngồi đi cha rồi đủ đủ khen của tên đồ sai chứ quan đến cho đó